Hello and welcome to the Levels Plus reaction for the Switch 2 Direct happening in 2-ish minutes. I'm pretty excited. I had trouble sleeping. That's when I know I'm genuinely excited about something. There's been a couple rumors that broke yesterday. I will get into them here. We'll just see what Nintendo's got going, and I hope it's mostly games. And I want to be surprised. I want to be shocked. I want excitement. Because that's how I felt, is excited. Alright, we're getting a nice countdown. Here's the last 10 seconds. Here we go. Shapes. They're getting fancy with their logos. Wow, they're just throwing us right in there. Into Mario Kart.
Let's go.
All right, this looks wild. It looks really good. But it does kind of have that open world suggestiveness. Alright, looks like we're kind of leaning into the transformed aspect. But yeah, look at these tracks. They're huge. And the personalities are really great. Ooh, grinding! Oh, wall jumps! The cow? Oh, that's an interesting shortcut. Oh, we get costumes if you eat certain items? Alright. Taking a couple lessons from World Tour. Or just Tour, I guess. Mario Kart World, yeah. Alright, I'm invested. That looks great.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching.
Yeah, they've added a lot of new characters too.
Welcome to this vast world.
This is cool.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change. And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
So yeah, I bet there's no retro tracks in this at all.
Also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner
That was like
to
Outrun.
another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you.
That's fun.
You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the
That's,
same
yeah,
day as
Switch 2.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Switch 2 launch.
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the
Cool.
lookout for more information in the future.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Which we won't share to the end of this
In the
direct.
future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
Yep.
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo! That was you. So quick.
Okay, so they're actually putting in proper voice chat.
Wait, no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
I think there's a slight audio delay.
New feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
So I'm going to pause this for a second because this is really not the most exciting thing for me and see if I can fix that.
With this feature, letting you easily chat with friends and family.
Okay, I think we're
You
back.
open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing.
Good job.
Oh, wow. That's actually kind of
So share your
wild.
game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it. I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, it just seems like it's in the video itself, so can't do much about it.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that is very interesting.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here.
But boy, that frame rate looks like shit.
Look, you're on a star. That's so cute. So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
Right now I'm having too much fun trying to figure out
I'm lost. Like, where'd you go?
if anything exciting or new is being shared in these little videos.
You gotta get above that wall that's to your left. You're almost there, It's just like the wall. Like, if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have to try. Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay. Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang. Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Oh, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
Okay,
And
so there's a
this.
specific camera.
By connecting this camera to the system,
You could add yourself.
Hey, what's up? Hello.
Yo! Yeah.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
You can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind,
There
guys.
you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
That was good.
Okay, that's interesting.
Left to left.
So they're retroactively adding that into Switch 1 games.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with
I think it's a neat idea that's going to potentially be used.
almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
But
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
I find it silly that we have a specific camera.
A Nintendo Switch Online
Will
membership
any
is
camera
required
work?
to use Game Chat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out. Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible
That's
game.
nice.
With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who
You
also
can even
have
do that
Nintendo
with Switch
or a
consoles.
Nintendo Switch system.
That's
You can
kind of
share a
neat.
game with up to 3 other systems at a time. Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. Game Share support is also planned for select
Interesting.
games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Ooh.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles. The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back. The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger.
There we go.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly. Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you. Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode. Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Nice.
8 times that of Nintendo Switch for storing your game downloads, save data, and more. Reading and writing data is also faster.
Oh, nice. 4K
Use the
support.
Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
Did the original Switch not have a fan?
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
This is such a
What are the magnets?
Nintendo thing to do, but I think they are taking some steps from Astra's Playroom.
And those magnets are inside the system.
This will likely be something that's free that comes with the Switch
SL
2.
and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as
And of course, you got to pay for it.
So please check it out if you're interested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible. Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Yeehaw!
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2,
Thankfully, it's 8 times the
log into
size.
your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls. In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches
June
on
5th. Perfect. I was planning to take that week
when you
off.
all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
But I specifically said don't do Mario Party. But yeah, it was.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
It's not surprising, given that they showed it off
The
earlier.
upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, go, and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off.
Yeah, they got some mileage out of the Mario
Mouse controls
Brothers
shoot
Wonder
down
flower.
enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and 1 where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, And Rumble, the biggest.
So how much is someone going to have to pay to upgrade this?
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience where you can
Okay,
see
so I wonder how much that's going to cost. Is that 10, 20
Let's
bucks?
continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
There's Breath of the Wild, of course. Tears of the Kingdom,
Switch
not
2
surprising.
editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Yeah, that looks a lot smoother.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't.
So that way you don't have to actually look at a map in the game.
Proceed north.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
That's kind of neat, too.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
But again, cost.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4
Yeah, there it is.
will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
There it is. So they're not doing a full-on Switch version.
You can use
Switch 2
mouse
version.
controls for intuitive gameplay on
Okay.
Switch 2.
That makes sense.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K
Ooh.
at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus,
Haha!
Pokemon Legends ZA
Will they actually take advantage of it?
this year will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
It does look a little better,
By
not gonna
taking
lie.
advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
Okay. Brand new franchise. Alright. This has some ARMS energy in it. Not gonna lie. But it's a very Nintendo approach.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Alright.
I have long observed the lands between.
Elden Ring, not too surprising.
This world is in dire need of repair. You can see them, can't you?
Pretty big thing to show off right off the bat, though.
That guide you through your burden.
It doesn't look quite as good, but it looks pretty good.
No doubt, you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Hey, I'm Greg.
Hey!
Supergiant
Hades 2!
Say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first
Sick.
sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
Street Fighter 6!
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 Fighters Edition の2バージョンを、さらにゲームと連動する
Oh, they're doing Amiibo! God damn it!
お届けします。お楽しみに。
How dare you!
Safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom.
I have no idea what the hell this is. I don't think it's Armored Core. Is it a new Daemon Ex Machina game?
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
It is.
Children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Hello, this is Christian.
IO Interactive.
We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
Cool.
As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Oh, they're getting the James Bond game. Which we haven't seen anything about this in years.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
The story of light and shadow that never fades.
Oh, the Bravely Default remake.
Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure.
It is a little funny that a 3DS game is getting Switch 2.
All new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
Uh-oh. It's time!
我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。
Wow, there's a ton happening at launch.
ぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Oh, that's a weird way of putting it. Oh! Okay, they got Zelda. They're doing a Zelda Warriors again.
Who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
So we get to play the Imprisoning War, which we only saw so much of.
We truly have traveled back in time.
Ooh, this does look a little rough, though.
So that's Hyrule Castle?
So yeah, we get to actually see it from Zelda's perspective. Another game that stars Zelda! I hope this is a little early, though, because it does look a little rough. Ooh, team-ups. Oh, I hope they optimize that a little bit more. That's exciting news. Thank you. I'm glad that's not going to make out at launch. Give it that extra 6 months of polish.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War.
Yes, actually.
It took place in Hyrule long ago.
I think that's a great idea.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Hell yeah!
Nintendo Switch
This kind of got leaked early, but hell yeah!
a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo.
Path of Radiance!
Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001.
Skies of Arcadia!
Will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda.
Oh, this is just doing original Wind Waker.
To life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton. Link set sail.
Is this why we never got HD? Because they were just like, you know, people didn't seem to like that much. Let's just do get. Hell yeah!
Souls and swords eternally retold.
Yo!
3D weapons-based fighting game. Each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2.
Hell yeah! Let's go!
2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series first.
We're off to a great start.
Story mode. Get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online. Enjoy these classic games.
So we're starting with just 3 games.
And higher resolution than the original releases. You can also
Yes, you can suspend. Wow, that's going to make F-Zero GX tolerable to play.
More titles.
Yo! Path of Radiance, let's go!
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
Let's go!
And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released.
Alright, that was pretty hype.
And also has a C button to quickly access...
But I already have GameCube controllers.
The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Hello, Deltarune.
4 kids find this old tattered man. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker. Nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker.
Alright, folks. It is now evening. I have returned home. And we're going to, unfortunately, not live react, but at least show some of the things that were blocked by the unfortunate glitch that happened. So, Survival Kids by Konami, resurrecting that franchise. This is where it got stuck for me, but there was technical issues through the entire Direct for the Nintendo of America stream. And it's very unfortunate because there was some pretty decent sized announcements that got lost because we couldn't see them or hear them. So just to be thorough, I think this is a good game to bring multiplayer into, but I don't like the art style of that much, so it's not doing much for me.
Hi, I'm Gabe Crooks from Dodge Roll.
We've got Enter the Gungeon 2.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Getting its first gameplay reveal.
Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel.
Granted, it's very, very, very brief.
3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
And this is the poor game that got absolutely screwed over. The sequel to Astroneer. This has been picked up by Devolver. I don't think they published Astroneer. But this looks like a huge multiplayer experience. But ultimately one that doesn't do much for me, but I wanted to give it justice because there was no voice in it, so no one knew what it was. It was totally missed. which sucks. Starseeker. Alright, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade also didn't get its chance to really shine. Important moment to have the remake come to the Nintendo family. As a reminder, we only got the original 7 on the Switch 1. So this is a big deal. And it sounds like more will be coming down the line. And I think, for me at least, that was about where the trailer kicked back in. Okay, so this is coming. That actually makes more sense. Holy shit, it's Silksong! It's got a year! I assume that when they actually post this later, they'll fix that. So we can see what the hell games they showed off that we couldn't see. Oh, nice. Alright, good to know. Okay, so Dynasty Warriors Origins was... Nope, we're still going. We're still going. Yeah, I figured almost all of these were coming to Switch too. Yo! That's unique. That wasn't announced. That's big deal. We're gonna talk about that later.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
What the hell is this?
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
We're getting a From Software announcement at Nintendo Direct 2. It looks particularly Bloodborne. It's probably not, because that's a Sony franchise. But Bandai Namco has worked out a deal. Wouldn't that be wild to announce Bloodborne 2 here? But I think it's something original. Let's see. What the hell is this? Oh, you've got jumps. Oh, you're a vampire. God, imagine if it was still fucked up. No one would have any idea what was happening.
Close your eyes and contemplate.
pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Transformations? This is wild. This is absolutely wild.
Tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Dusk Bloods. Well, it might as well be Bloodborne 2. Wow, a brand new From Software franchise announcement on a Nintendo Direct. What a wild world. And it's a Switch 2 exclusive. Is Nintendo publishing that shit?
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game. So please check it out.
Okay, we're going back into 4K. Sorry, I forgot to maximize it.
We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay. We're getting near the end of an hour. Kirby. Hi, Kirby. Smash. This looks a little nicer than Kirby normally does. Oh, a new air ride. This is what Sakurai's been working on. I bet you money. It would make sense. That was a very Sakurai trailer. Yep, there we go. That's what he's been working on. Okay, well, that dream was fulfilled. I just wanted to see what he was doing.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game.
Boy, it's funny that I know Sakurai's trailer style at this point.
Directed by Masahiro Sakurai. Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
Okay. I'm assuming this is Mario. But it's very abstract. Or is this a new Zelda? Oh, I hear Mario. I think. Donkey Kong! Alright. The rumors are true. There's been a Donkey Kong platformer in development forever. Ooh, this looks very Hulk-like. Ooh, ooh. Could this be the first time I'm interested in a Donkey Kong game? I think it could be. This is kind of sick. Yo! Yo! And there's your country reference. Can you play another Kongs, or is it all DK? Oh, he's so expressive. This looks like a Jungle Beat sequel. In a way. Oh, there are new Kongs, though. Bonanza? Oh, that is a great name. I actually am excited about this. This looks fantastic. Not too far after launch, too. Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Overall, I think it was pretty amazing. There's some big bummers that have come out since I recorded this originally. This post-direct reaction is recorded in the evening, like I did with the little splice in between, so it's at least a complete direct, skipping the stuff I don't want to cover. The new games from Nintendo look great. The renovations to Switch 1 games look great. They're just expensive as hell if you buy them new. Tears of the Kingdom is $80. So is Mario Kart World. What? I hope the upgrade path is cheaper. There's a lot of stuff that's come out since this. There's a bunch of Switch 1 games that are getting free updates that are going to help with the resolution and frame rate and engine stuff. But the Switch 2 is not built on Switch 1 architecture, so they're having to do it all from scratch. So the backwards compatibility list does have some pretty big names on it. But we're going to talk about a whole bunch of Switch 2 stuff in an actual Levels Plus Whenever episode. So I'm just going to say that I think, on the whole, I'm ready to buy one. I literally took the day off that pre-orders are going to happen, so I can try my best to get one. And there's going to be so much to talk about this weekend and over the next few days. So I'm going to stop here. I give this Direct an A-. I would give it an A, but there are a few downers that we'll talk about later. But I'm so stoked about the Switch 2 on the whole. And this Donkey Kong game is hype as hell. I can't believe it. Anyway, I will see you soon. I got to get this all edited together and try to get it up tonight. Take care, friends.